This is Super Yacht News in association with Go Earth Boating, navigating boat buyers to better deals. Hi, welcome back to the channel. So we're going to go over to the US for a story there about two men in a sport fishing vessel. The vessel capsized while they were transporting the vessel from New Jersey to Florida in a 15-meter sport fishing vessel, 50-foot vessel. They capsized as they were heading into the Outer Banks of North Carolina. This was on the 18th of October. The two men were moving, like I said, this sport fishing boat from Cape May in New Jersey to Florida. Had a planned stop in Beaufort in North Carolina for repairs to the vessel, but the boat sank while the duo, identified as 50-year-old Francis Hennigan Jr. and 29-year-old Taylor Flannery, were navigating the Oregon Inlet. Now, neither of the men were wearing life jackets. This is one of the reasons why I covered this story today, because we did another story just a few days ago where two men went overboard when they were fishing. They were both wearing their life jackets and they were both found over 6 hours later alive. In this instance, it only took 30 minutes for the Coast Guard to arrive because there was another boat in the area who not only witnessed the accident, but they also happened to be on the phone with the Coast Guard at the time, and they were able to relay the incident straight away. The Coast Guard arrived 30 minutes later, and yet one of the men had died. Neither men were wearing life jackets, like I said. The younger man, the 29-year-old, he was able to survive by floating using an empty detergent bottle, which actually it wasn't empty. He emptied it out, and then he was using that, and then he found a life jacket from the boat that had capsized, and he was able to survive using those two items. Now, had both of them been wearing a life jacket, the chances of them both surviving would have been highly increased, right? So, I mean, there's this, one of the things I've noticed is a lot of people think they're too tough to wear a life jacket, or, I'm a pro, I've been doing this 30 years kind of thing. And that's not the attitude to have when it comes to this, especially when you're in a tiny boat and you're out in the open ocean. So always wear a life jacket. The man who died, the 50-year-old Francis Hennigan Jr., he passed away. Like I said, make sure you wear your life jacket. All right, so we'll move on. I've got a bit of a correction from last week, actually. We talked about motor yacht Lady S breaking down on her way through the Bay of Biscay. And I said that in that video that the vessel headed back to the UK under her own steam. I was using AIS data from the app, from the iPad app. It's not quite as good as the desktop version. The desktop version showed me that the vessel was actually towed by a couple of vessels. This yacht, Lady S, is a 93-meter yacht, and it's quite new. It's only a couple of years old. And one of the articles that we saw in the tabloid newspapers said that it was humiliating because the boat broke down. Like I said in that video, I don't think there's anything humiliating. It's a mechanical thing, and they break down sometimes. Now, one of the things that I said, like I said, that the vessel had made it under its own steam. That was not the case. It actually, as you can see in the AIS footage here, the vessel broke down around 3 a.m. UTC on the 7th of October. It always happens in the middle of the night, and slowed to a crawl from 10 knots to 2.5 knots, but seemed to continue under their own steam. We can see at some point the tugboat is actually classed as a firefighting vessel, but it is a deep sea tug. Comes alongside, shadows the vessel as it's moving, and then at some point they must have elected to actually tow. 2:14 UTC on the 8th of October, the vessel is making way, but shadowed by the firefighting vessel. So it was like 24 hours before they got that tow out there. And approximately 0700 UTC, the vessel is towed the rest of the way. Now, on the 9th of October, at 1 p.m. UTC, or 12:59 UTC, the yacht is transferred from the TSM Alice, that was the vessel that towed it, to a UK tug's St. Piran, and Morgaur, I don't know how you pronounce that. The yacht arrived under tow at 20 past 2 in the afternoon UTC, or 14:19 UTC, at a floating mooring platform in the inner harbour in Falmouth. So yeah, the vessel's now underway. By the way, it's back under its own steam, and it's heading to the Netherlands. So it may be going back to the shipyard for some repairs. One of the things that I thought it might be is bad fuel, because they refueled in La Coruña, and then they had these issues, and I thought maybe it was bad fuel. It still could have been bad fuel actually, but there could have been some damage resulted, and they have to go back to the shipyard to have that repaired. I don't know. We may never find out. It's not the kind of thing that they put out statements about. But yeah, anyway, I just wanted to correct that. Like I said, they were towed. I don't think there's anything humiliating about that. Anyway, we'll move on. We've got some new photographs of motor yacht Amadea sporting her new/old flag. What do I mean by that? Well, the vessel is, it was seized by the US. It was on a Cayman's flag. Then it was changed to the US, and now it's actually under the new ownership has been reflagged back to Caymans. The yacht was sold in an auction that was conducted by the US government in conjunction with Fraser Yachts, we believe. And the vessel has been reflagged to the Cayman Islands. Now, we know that the vessel has been sold. We don't currently know who the new owner is, but we will find out very shortly, and we'll let you know. Like I said, the vessel was previously flagged under the Cayman Islands before she was seized by the US in Fiji. Now, one of our subscribers sent in these photographs. One photo in the daytime. It's not a very good one. It's through a window, clearly. And his lens is not that dirty. It's through a window, but you can see the Cayman Islands flag on there. And the other photograph is taken at night when the flag's been taken down, because you take it down at sunset. And this was in San Diego, by the way. So anyway, we'll move on. We've got some new photographs of motor yacht A, which is these photographs were taken in Dubai, taken this week actually, and some video footage as well. Now the yacht can be seen here with the shell door open, the upper shell door, and you can also see the hydraulic covers on the stern of the vessel have been raised in the mooring position. Those are basically rooms that you go into to do the lines, but they have these covers on that lower down when the vessel's at sea. Now the yacht has spent the last few months sailing around in Malaysia, around the Malaysian islands. The vessel's now registered in Malaysia, and the yacht's owned by Andrei Melnichenko, who's a Russian who spends most of his time in Switzerland and in Monaco, and used to be in the UK as well. He was sanctioned in 2022, as was his wife, who was on the list of ownership of his companies. And his vessel's it was actually in the Maldives when he was sanctioned, and then it switched off AIS and disappeared, and it went up to Dubai area, and it's been up there ever since, pretty much. Now, obviously, he's avoiding sanctions. If it went anywhere near Europe, it would be seized, like his other yacht was, the big sailing yacht A, 142-meter yacht. Was seized while it was in Trieste in Italy in the shipyard. It was trying to get ready to leave to avoid, but it never managed it, and it's still under the control of the Italian government. Now, interestingly, I saw an article online. I won't say the name of the website, but they said that the vessel had been abandoned in Dubai since 2022. Simply not the case. The yacht has spent most of its time in Dubai since 2022, as we've reported on the channel over the last 3 years. But it was re-registered to Malaysia, and then it was the ownership company was also changed, and the vessel, like I said, has been out in Malaysia, in the islands of Malaysia, in the last few months, which we reported on at the time. So the vessel is still being used. Ordinarily, when the flag state changes and the ownership company changes, it's usually because of a sale, right? But we've got no information to say that yacht was sold. We still believe Andrei Melnichenko is the owner. It's what a lot of yachts have been doing since the war in Ukraine started to try to avoid sanctions, is to reshape the ownership organization of shell companies, if you like, to try to obscure the ownership. Now, I'm not saying that's what's happening here, but that's what's happened on a lot of other yachts as well. So yeah, so anyway, that is the fact that vessel is probably looking a bit tired is because all the places it would normally go to have paint jobs done on it, it can't go right now. And maybe they don't want to have it done where they currently are in Dubai. Maybe they don't feel like the quality of the workmanship is good enough. I don't know. But if the yacht is looking tired, it looks fine in these photographs. But if it is looking tired, it's probably because it needs a paint job, because it hasn't had one for at least 3 years. Anyway, guys, I'll leave it there. I'm very excited. One of the reasons why we didn't post yesterday is because we've been editing our video of motor yacht Marala. This is a yacht that was built in 1931, and it has a fascinating history. It's been restored faithfully by Pendennis shipyards, and it's absolutely incredible. Now, we've finished the video, and we've sent it to them to review it. As long as they don't make any changes, we should be able to post it this Sunday. That's our plan, to post it on Sunday. All right, so we're going to head on to the bridge. I'm very excited for you to see it. It's been something of a passion project. It's a glorious yacht, and I can't wait to show you the video, and you'll find out all about it in that video. So we're just waiting to get the go-ahead to be able to post it. It's actually going to be in 2 parts. We've got a second part as well, which is we're going to expand on the restoration that happened, because it's been a full restoration of this 90-year-old yacht. So look out for that coming soon. If you want to find out more information about it, check us out on Patreon and on YouTube members. We just posted a video today talking about it, and there's a few sneak peeks of what you're going to see in the main video. Once we get the approval of this video, we're going to post it live for the members straight away. So if you can't wait until Sunday, you can watch it on the memberships on YouTube members or on Patreon as soon as we go live with it. So yeah, check it out. Coming soon, guys. Be sure to like this video and all that stuff, and I'll catch you in the next one. All right, bye-bye.